It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
This one complete to Jordan. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up, their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
4th down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Now here's Aaron Jones, and he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They try and run for the 1st down with Jones. So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Braxton Berrios, deep to return. That's fielded at about the 18. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He'll air one out for Higgins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. Inside the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon. A dive, and he's in! Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Second down and 3. Up the middle, here's Jones. Jones, first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. On play action, here's McCarthy. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
To the goal line and in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. It's up and good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 10-7. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Stroud to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 2nd down, Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. And he'll take it on in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans will get out in front 17-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return is Rogers. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. To the 20. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the gun, here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A huge play just before the half. 32 yards. On 1st down, it's Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
Here's Jones. On second down, here's McCarthy. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. Third down coming up. Your tight end Hockenson starts the motion. To the air on third down is McCarthy. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now Jones. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw, it's McCarthy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. They're called in at the 2. He's in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichert now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Vikings have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
A second down throw for Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Texans first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll go play action with Stroud. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down, and it's an incompletion.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is McCarthy. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Moore going in motion. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here comes the screen to Jones. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. Finding room at midfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. This is Jones. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Minnesota. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now McCarthy. He's got his big tight end. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to open up the lead to 8. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here's Berrios on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Finding space at the 40. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On play action, here's McCarthy. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
What can they do here on third down and 7? Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Jones. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. A run. And here's Mason. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Texans offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. This is 1st and 10. That's quickly out wide for Kirk. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll drop to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a win here for the Vikings. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.